Hello guys! The shocking truth about Rocco's birth. A deep dive into General Hospital's most explosive secret. The long-hidden truth about Rocco Falconer's birth has finally surfaced on General Hospital, setting the stage for one of the most shocking storylines in the soap's recent history. As secrets unravel and family bonds are tested, the revelation that Britt Westburn may not have died as everyone believed promises to send shockwaves through Port Charles. The discovery that changes everything. The drama began when Brooklyn Quartermain's investigation into the past uncovered devastating evidence about Rocco's origins. In a shocking turn of events, the teenager recently discovered that Britt Westburn was the one who gave birth to him, not his mother Lulu Spencer. This revelation has left Rocco questioning everything he thought he knew about his identity and family history. The truth about Rocco's birth has been one of General Hospital's most complex storylines. Back in 2013, Britt Westburn stole Dante and Lulu's embryo and implanted it into herself, carrying and giving birth to the baby she named Ben. The child was later revealed to be Dante and Lulu's biological son through DNA testing, and they renamed him Rocco. However, this surrogate arrangement was kept secret from the boy for years. Emma Scorpio Drake played a crucial role in revealing these secrets to Rocco, telling him bits and pieces of what she knew about Rocco's birth. The discovery of two birth certificates, one listing Britt as the mother and another listing Lulu, has raised questions about what really happened during those early years. A mother's desperate plan. The storyline takes an even more dramatic turn with the revelation that Liesl Obrecht is set to return to Port Charles with earth-shattering news. After Rocco writes a letter to his grandmother Liesl, introducing himself and seeking to understand more about Britt, the veteran character makes her comeback to the show. Kathleen Gotti, who plays Dr. Liesl Obrecht, confirmed her return after being away for over 18 months. The actress expressed her excitement about returning to Port Charles, stating, "The fans have been faithful, loyal, begging me to return, continuously asking when will I return? I am truly grateful, and so happy that I can bring some story and entertainment back to them again through Obrecht." The impossible revelation. Britt lives. The most shocking aspect of this storyline may be the revelation that Britt Westburn is not actually dead. According to emerging plot developments, Liesl may have orchestrated her daughter's fake death years ago to protect her from danger. The beloved character, who appeared to die from a poison hook attack by Heather Weber in January 2023, may have been secretly living in another country all this time. Kelly Thibault has returned to film General Hospital, with her comeback episode set to air in July 2025. Executive producer Frank Valentini confirmed, "I am thrilled to have Kelly back on our show. We have some great twists and turns planned for her character." While the show remains secretive about whether Thibault will be playing Britt or a new character, the timing of her return alongside the Rocco storyline suggests a major connection. The science behind the resurrection. Speculation about how Britt could have survived centers around Professor Henry Dalton's mysterious research involving cloning and scientific experiments. The character's mentor is John Gurdon, a Nobel Prize-winning biologist famous for his groundbreaking work in cloning, leading fans to theorize that cloning technology might play a role in Britt's return. General Hospital has a history of incorporating science fiction elements into its storylines, from memory mapping to weather machines. The possibility of clone technology being used to either save Britt or create a duplicate adds another layer of intrigue to an already complex narrative. A family torn apart. The revelation about Britt's potential survival and her role in Rocco's birth has created significant tension within the Falconer family. Lulu Spencer is enraged when she learns that Brooklyn's investigation has exposed these secrets to her son. The confrontation between the two women highlights the complex moral questions surrounding truth-telling and family secrets. Rocco's emotional journey has been particularly compelling, as the teenager struggles to understand his connection to Britt and what her role in his life means. The discovery has left him questioning his identity and seeking answers about his past that his parents weren't prepared to provide. The broader implications. This storyline connects to several other major plot developments in General Hospital. Emma Scorpio Drake's involvement in revealing the truth suggests that her character may have a deeper agenda, possibly connected to her potential role as a WSB agent. The timing of these revelations alongside other mysterious activities in Port Charles indicates that this story may be part of a larger conspiracy. The return of both Liesl Britt and potentially Britt Westburn promises to shake up the established order in Port Charles. With Liesl's history of elaborate schemes and her protective instincts toward her children, her role in potentially faking Britt's death would be entirely in character. Looking forward, as General Hospital continues to develop this storyline, viewers can expect major confrontations, emotional revelations, and the potential for a complete rewriting of recent history. The show has promised that Britt's return story will be wild and will bring significant changes to multiple characters' lives. The question remains whether Britt will return as the same character fans remember, a clone, or someone entirely different. Regardless of the explanation, her connection to Rocco and the secrets surrounding his birth promise to provide compelling drama for months to come. The revelation that Rocco's birth mother may be alive and his entire family history has been built on carefully constructed lies represents one of General Hospital's most ambitious storylines in recent years. As the truth continues to unfold, fans can expect shocking twists, emotional confrontations, and the kind of dramatic storytelling that has made General Hospital a daytime television institution for over 6 decades. The story of Rocco, Britt, and Liesl represents more than just another soap opera twist. It's a complex exploration of family, identity, and the lengths people will go to protect those they love. As Port Charles prepares for the return of these beloved characters, the stage is set for some of the most dramatic episodes in the show's recent history. Next, we will dive into the intriguing possibility of heartbreak on the horizon for Harrison Chase, as recent episodes hint at storm clouds gathering over his marriage to Brooklyn Quartermain. In the bustling world of Port Charles, where alliances shift like the tides and family feuds simmer beneath the surface, fans are buzzing with speculation about whether Detective Harrison Chase is cruising toward a devastating divorce. The latest episodes have dropped subtle yet potent clues that suggest his seemingly rock-solid union with Brooklyn could be on shaky ground. Remember, Chase has always been portrayed as the steadfast, honorable type of kind of guy who upholds justice both on the job and in his personal life. But soap operas thrive on turning such certainties upside down, and a pivotal conversation in the July 11th episode has ignited debates across fan forums. It all starts with Tracy Quartermain, the no-nonsense matriarch of the Quartermain clan, pulling Chase aside for a heart-to-heart that's equal parts warning and wisdom. Tracy, with her sharp wit and protective instincts honed from years of navigating family dramas, expresses deep concerns about the path Brooklyn is treading. She's not just worried about her granddaughter. Tracy's gaze extends to the broader ripple effects on the Spencer family, particularly Lula Spencer, who's been entangled in a bitter rivalry with Brooklyn. Imagine the tension, two strong-willed women clashing over past grievances, their barbs flying like arrows in a never-ending battle. Tracy, ever the voice of reason, urges an end to this vicious cycle, pointing out how the constant sparring isn't just damaging their relationships, but also eroding their own well-being. To flesh this out, let's consider Tracy's backstory. She's survived corporate betrayals, lost loves, and enough scandals to fill a Port Charles history book. Her advice comes from a place of hard-earned experience, perhaps drawing from her own regrets in handling family conflicts, like her complicated history with the Quartermain's business empire. This added layer makes her intervention feel more urgent, as if she's desperately trying to prevent history from repeating itself in the younger generation. Chase, however, responds with the kind of unwavering confidence that screams foreshadowing to any seasoned soap viewer. During this charged exchange, he brushes off Tracy's apprehensions, assuring her that his marriage is unbreakable. "I truly value your insights into our relationship," Chase might have elaborated in his calm, reassuring tone, "but my love for Brooklyn runs deeper than any storm we might face. I'm committed to her for the long haul, building a future together no matter what." He goes even further, vowing that absolutely nothing Brooklyn could do would ever push him away, nothing at all. It's a declaration straight out of a romantic ballad, laced with the dramatic flair that General Hospital does so well. But let's pause and unpack this. In the soap universe, such absolute statements often serve as ironic setups for betrayal or revelation. Picture Chase as the devoted husband, perhaps reminiscing about their whirlwind courtship amid the chaos of Port Charles' endless intrigue, from solving mysteries together to overcoming external threats like corporate espionage or hidden family secrets. I've even heard fans theorize that Chase's optimism stems from his police background, where he deals with black and white truths, blinding him to the gray areas of emotional entanglements. To expand on this, imagine if the showrunners are planting seeds for Chase to discover hidden facets of Brooklyn's personality, like her ambitious drive in the music industry, which could lead to choices that test his limits. This isn't just empty speculation, it's the kind of narrative twist that keeps viewers hooked, blending heartfelt emotion with inevitable conflict. Social media has exploded with reactions to this scene, with fans dissecting every word like detectives on a case. Platforms like Twitter and Instagram are flooded with posts questioning if Chase's bold promise is a harbinger of doom, potentially leading him back to single life despite his fervent denials. One inventive fan theory circulating online suggests that Chase's words echo classic soap tropes, reminiscent of past storylines where characters like Jason Morgan or Sonny Corinthos made similar vows only to face shattering heartbreaks. To add depth, let's invent a fresh angle. Perhaps some fans are drawing parallels to real-life celebrity splits, where public declarations of eternal love preceded messy divorces, making the speculation feel eerily relatable. The online chatter isn't just casual, it's analytical, with threads breaking down body language as his steady gaze versus Tracy's furrowed brow and predicting plot pivots. For instance, a popular Reddit post posits that if divorce does loom, it could tie into larger Quartermaine family arcs, like inheritance battles or unexpected alliances, enriching the show's tapestry. This fan engagement highlights how General Hospital masterfully builds suspense, turning viewers into active participants in the storytelling. Right on the heels of Chase's emphatic statement, the episode delivers a tantalizing hint that could unravel everything. Enter Dante Falconer, the brooding detective who's no stranger to personal turmoil, fresh off his own frustrations involving his son Rocco. Despite the anger bubbling from that custody-related trauma, heated arguments and emotional standoffs, Dante shares a surprisingly tender moment with Brooklyn. He offers her comfort amid her distress over Giovanni Joe Palmieri, the young newcomer who's been keeping everyone at arm's length. Dandy's words are soothing, expressing optimism that time will allow them to envelop Joe in familial warmth and support. It's a scene charged with subtle intimacy, Brooklyn leaning into his embrace, their shared glances lingering just a beat too long. To invent a new element here, imagine if this interaction uncovers a buried history between them, perhaps a long-forgotten flirtation from their teenage years in Port Charles, adding layers of forbidden attraction. Or picture Dante confiding in Brooklyn about his own marital woes with Lulu, creating a bond forged in mutual vulnerability. This setup isn't accidental, it's the writer's way of teasing chemistry that could ignite into something more explosive. All these threads weave together to pose a compelling question: is this building toward Brooklyn crossing a line with Dante, ultimately shattering her marriage to Chase? The possibility of an affair feels like classic soap fodder, where comfort turns to passion amid life's chaos. Envision the fellow Chase, the betrayed hero, grappling with his "nothing could drive me away" vow as evidence of infidelity surfaces, perhaps through leaked messages or eyewitness accounts in the Quartermaine mansion. To elaborate creatively, let's add a speculative twist. What if this potential cheating arc intersects with Gio's storyline, revealing hidden connections that force Brooklyn to choose between loyalty and desire? Dandy's own history of romantic entanglements, from his on-again off-again with Lulu to past flings, makes him a perfect catalyst for drama. Fans are already envisioning the emotional wreckage, tearful confrontations, custody implications if children become involved, and Chase's journey toward healing. Maybe even finding new love in unexpected places like a fellow cop or a returning character. Of course, General Hospital loves to subvert expectations, so this could all be a red herring leading to reconciliation and growth. But for now, the clues point to turbulence ahead, keeping us on the edge of our seats. Next, we will explore the shadowy depths of Willow Tate's transformation into a force of vengeance, and ponder if Drew Kane will step in to halt her spiral or unwittingly join her in the turmoil. In the ever-twisting saga of Port Charles, where secrets fester and loyalties fracture like fragile glass, Willow Tate has fully surrendered to her inner darkness, unleashing a wave of mischief that threatens to upend lives around her. Fans are on the edge of their seats wondering just how far she'll go, and crucially, whether Drew Kane, her current romantic entanglement and a man with his own checkered past, will emerge as her unlikely ally or the voice of reason desperately trying to pull her back from the brink. Picture Willow, once the epitome of quiet resilience, now channeling a storm of resentment that's been brewing beneath her composed exterior. This shift isn't just a plot twist, it's a deep dive into the psyche of a character shaped by years of hidden traumas. To add a fresh layer, imagine if Willow's recent actions are influenced by unearthed diary entries from her time in the Dawn of Day cult, revealing suppressed memories that fuel her current rage. We'll unpack the extent of her schemes, from subtle manipulations to bold deceptions, and speculate on Drew's potential role, perhaps drawing from his own history of identity crises and moral ambiguities as a former Navy SEAL turned politician. This storyline echoes classic General Hospital themes of redemption versus revenge, keeping viewers hooked with its blend of psychological intrigue and family drama. At the heart of this chaos stands Willow as the prime culprit behind the mysterious disappearance and reappearance of baby Daisy Gilmore, a revelation that has sent shockwaves through the Quartermain household. What began as suspicion has solidified into cold fact. Willow is the architect of this torment, preying on Sasha Gilmore Corbin's vulnerabilities with a calculated cruelty that's both shocking and mesmerizing. Sasha, already teetering on the edge from postpartum pressures and the weight of her adoptive past, finds her sanity frayed as Willow's mind games push her to the breaking point. In a heartbreaking turn, Sasha is now contemplating fleeing Port Charles altogether, baby in tow, seeking solace far from the city's relentless drama. Leaks from reliable sources, including whispers from the set, confirm that actress Sophia Matson is poised to exit the show, paving the way for Sasha's dramatic departure that could ripple into custody battles or unexpected alliances. Creatively expanding on this, let's invent a scenario where Sasha's exit involves a clandestine road trip, dodging private investigators hired by Michael Corinthos, adding high-stakes tension reminiscent of past GH pursuits like those involving Jason Morgan's escapes. This isn't mere escapism, it's Willow's revenge manifesting in real time, targeting Sasha for perceived betrayals tied to Michael. And it underscores how one woman's vendetta can dismantle an entire family's stability. Delving deeper into Willow's vendetta, recent episodes have illuminated her burning desire to strike back at Sasha and Michael for what she views as profound disloyalty, particularly surrounding custody rulings that have barred her from her own children. Her actions form an intricate web of deception, stealthily relocating baby Daisy from her upstairs crib to a downstairs bassinet, swapping outfits to create confusion, and even meddling with the nursery mobile to amplify the eerie atmosphere. These maneuvers aren't random, they're designed to paint Sasha as unhinged and unreliable, eroding her credibility in the eyes of those around her. To invent a new element, suppose Willow employs hidden gadgets like a nanny cam she installed during her time living at the mansion to monitor reactions and time her intrusions perfectly, turning the Quartermain estate into her personal playground of psychological warfare. And yes, the bombshell extends further. Willow is confirmed as the one who orchestrated the baby swap at General Hospital's nursery mere moments after Daisy's birth. Actress Caitlin McMullen, in a candid interview, nodded to this plot point, noting how Willow's presence at the hospital checking in right after Sasha's arrival aligned with her mental unraveling post-custody loss. This act of swapping infants speaks to Willow's escalating instability, perhaps inspired by her own fears of maternal inadequacy, blending real emotion with villainous intent. Willow's ability to execute these feats stems from her intimate knowledge of the Quartermain mansion, a place she called home for years, granting her insider access to every hidden passage and unguarded entry. Sneaking away from her shared life with Drew proves effortless, especially with his demanding schedule as a congressman, filled with late-night strategy sessions and cross-country trips that leave ample windows for her nocturnal escapades. It's this very obviousness that makes Willow the glaring suspect in the eyes of skeptics, yet her facade of innocence has long fooled even the sharpest minds in Port Charles. Once seen as the gentle, rational partner to Michael, Willow charmed everyone from Carly Spencer to the entire Quartermain clan with her apparent kindness. But beneath that veneer lurks a torrent of inherited madness, amplified by upbringing steeped in dysfunction. To add inventive depth, envision a flashback sequence where Willow discovers old cult artifacts in her possession, triggering vivid hallucinations that blur her past abuses with present grievances, making her descent feel tragically inevitable. Speaking of her lineage, Willow's DNA reads like a roadmap of Port Charles' most notorious instabilities, a cocktail of inherited turmoil that's now bubbling over. Her mother, Nina Reeves, emerged from a decades-long coma with a fractured psyche, prone to impulsive decisions and emotional volatility. Then there's her grandmother, the malevolent Madeline Reeves, whose cold-blooded murder of Willow's biological father, Silas Clay, set a precedent for familial betrayal. This psycho gene, as some fans dub it, evidently passed to Willow's fraternal twin, Nell Benson, whose own reign of terror included kidnappings and manipulations that still haunt the town. But Willow's woes compound with her adoptive mother, Harmony, who callously delivered her into the clutches of cult leader Shiloh Archer, subjecting her to repeated abuses that scarred her soul. It's a triple threat of genetic predisposition, cult indoctrination, and personal violation, creating a perfect storm for her current breakdown. Inventing a new twist. Perhaps Willow's therapy session because to others reveal repressed memories of Shiloh's rituals, where she was forced into roles that mirror her current deceptions, drawing a chilling parallel between past and present. This traumatic history ties directly to why Drew might hold such sway over Willow, echoing the manipulative hold Shiloh once had, as if she's traded one controller for another in a cycle of dependency. The name Daisy for Sasha's baby adds an intriguing layer, potentially triggering Willow due to its association with Daisy Kwan, a key figure in the Dawn of Day cult who was deeply entwined with Shiloh, even officiating his prison wedding to Nell. Out of countless names, choosing Daisy feels like fate's cruel joke, possibly reigniting Willow's buried traumas and fueling her obsession. To creatively expand, imagine a scene where Willow whispers to the baby about these connections, her voice laced with a haunting lullaby from her cult days, blending tenderness with menace in a way that chills to the bone. In a particularly eerie moment, Willow cradles baby Daisy, confiding in the infant about Sasha's supposed betrayal and Michael's role in denying her access to her own kids, Wiley and Amelia Corinthos. She vows to mirror that pain back at them, embarking on a little walk with the baby before returning her, a teaser of more chaos to come. Meanwhile, Detective Harrison Chase harbors growing doubts about the unfolding events, his investigative instincts prickling at the inconsistencies in Sasha's ordeal. To invent a fresh angle, suppose Chase uncovers a cryptic note left by Willow, hinting at deeper motives tied to Port Charles' underbelly, setting him on a collision course with Drew. This could escalate into a full-blown confrontation, where Chase's sense of justice clashes with Willow's unraveling world. As this gripping arc unfolds, Willow's dark turn promises more revelations and heart-pounding drama. Will Drew become her accomplice in madness, or the hero who saves her from herself? Tune into ABC General Hospital for the next explosive developments, and don't forget to subscribe for all the insider scoops. What's your take on Willow's schemes? Share in the comments.